everybody. Welcome to All Her Cooking. This is so impromptu. I didn't have this planned, but I thought I'm making one of my absolute favorite Caesar salad dressings, and it happens to be vegan, so I thought, why not share it with you guys? I have posted the recipe on our website before, but in case you haven't seen me make it, here we go. So I have my little cheat sheet right here of everything that we're gonna put into it, and I can put in the description below then what everything goes, like all the ingredients that go into it. The one part that you have to do in advance is soak the almonds. So I have 1 cup of almonds that I have soaked starting last night. I've rinsed, I've drained out, so these are soaked and ready to go. So 1 cup of almonds going in. Thank you guys so much for joining. Hello, thank you so much. For those of you that didn't hear, we are making homemade Caesar dressing, and it is actually a vegan dressing, surprisingly, that tastes amazing, and nobody ever knows it's vegan. We're not vegan in our household, but this is so good that I just have to make it. So we're gonna do a 1/2 cup of water, so let me grab that. 1/2 cup of water here. That might be a little much. We're gonna give that a second to settle. Probably a little bit much. Okay, I think that's probably good there. And almonds are a little on the drier side, so if it's a little on the moist side, it's kind of okay because they will absorb a little bit more moisture. So we have a 1/4 cup of EVOO. I have these cute, aren't these the cutest? I just love these. These are the cutest little measuring cups. So 1/4 cup or 2 ounces or 4 tablespoons for those of you that are great with all those conversions of EVOO. It is warm here in the Pacific Northwest. Where are you guys joining from? Is it warm where you are? It is very warm up here. All right, so there's our EVOO. And then we have our tablespoon of Dijon mustard. So I'm kind of partial to the Trader Joe's ones. This one's really kind of great, the Trader Joe's. So we're gonna do a tablespoon of our Dijon mustard. And I do like it a little more on the tart side, so that is why we're adding that. Typically, I would use fresh garlic, but I am out of fresh garlic, so we are using powdered garlic today. We are going to do 2 teaspoons of garlic. I do love garlic. These are, I'm not losing count here. Those are 1/2 teaspoons, so I did 4 of those for 2 teaspoons. Now this part's not on the recipe, but I like it, so I always add it. I always like to add in onion powder, so we're gonna do a teaspoon, not a tablespoon, 1 teaspoon of onion powder. Add that in there. Okay. Our next ingredient we're gonna add in is Worcestershire. So here's the cool thing. If you are not a fan of Worcestershire, I think you need some of it. Use rice vinegar, but here's the cool thing. I do a combination of the both. You could use just one, but I use both because it just adds, this adds just a little bit of depth to it that I don't think you just get from the rice vinegar. So for this, it is 1 tablespoon total. So I'm gonna do a teaspoon of the Worcestershire right here. So teaspoon of that. And I do like to make the dressing in advance like we are right now so that it has time to cool in the refrigerator before I mix it into the salad. And this doesn't have to just be served with romaine. It can also be served with a regular salad as well. Regular greens. Okay, lemon juice. So let me grab a little strainer here. And I have some lemon from the refrigerator already open. So I'm gonna use this first. 2 tablespoons is about what we're going for. I'm not gonna measure this. I'm really just gonna eyeball this. So, and if you want more lemon flavor in there, add more lemon. I think these are pretty juicy lemons. I think this is gonna be enough. Yes, the Vitamix will grind up the seeds, but I don't think you need them. So I'm straining the seeds out. Okay. My family would give me a hard time. I'm using the reamer for the lemons. Okay, there's that. And let's see. We need our salt yet, so let's add that in. We need 1 teaspoon of salt. or 2 little halves. Here's 1 and 2. And you can dial back the salt too if you're not, you know, you're trying not to have a whole lot of salt in your diet. You can certainly dial it back. Now, one thing that I really like to add, I always add in pepper because I like a little bit of black pepper. So I'm gonna add in some black pepper. Okay, let me flip this around so that you guys can see what this looks like. Can we see that down in there? That looks tasty, right? Yes. Okay. So now we're gonna stick this on the Vitamix that I have right here. Where's my lid? Here's my lid. Pop this on, and we're gonna blend this. So while this is blending, I'm gonna grab the capers. It might be a little on the loud side. I kind of like to start it off a little on the slower side, like you see it here. I want to kind of let things get mixing in there, and then I bump it up to a higher speed. You know, it's kind of funny. Like I said, I wasn't gonna do this live, but I thought I'm making this anyway. Maybe somebody wants to know how to make this, so why not do it and share it here, right? Ooh, look at this. I know I didn't get the capers yet, but you guys should see this. Look how beautiful that looks already. And I'm at a 7+, which is like 7.5. I am gonna go higher. But so here's the thing, because I started on a lower speed, it doesn't bounce all over the place. And now we're on high. Oh, that's looking so good. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna flip this around. I'm gonna get our capers out of the refrigerator, so give me just a second. Here are our capers. So I used to buy these from the regular grocery store, and then I discovered you can get these at Costco. Look at how great this is. This is such a big container that you can get at Costco. So I always taste this to make sure that the flavors are what I want them to be. So I'm gonna grab my spatula here. All right, we see that? All right, let's try. Oh my gosh, that's so good. That makes me so happy. Okay, caper time. So 4 teaspoons of capers. Now, I like to add the juice to the capers, and you can see down in there that there is juice in there. There's not as much as there would be because I like to dig it out and add it in. But you can be generous. Teaspoons, it doesn't have, this isn't baking. Because it's not baking, it doesn't have to be super precise. Here's 2, here's 3, and 4. And I did add in some of the juices, which is great. That's only gonna get happy in there. So here's an important tip. When you are using your Vitamix and you are mixing in something at the end like this and you don't want to chop everything up, use a lower speed. So I'm gonna turn it on to 1. I'm not gonna go any higher than 3. So I'm just gonna watch as it pulls down in. Let me see. Let me show you. Whoop, did it flip? Let's flip you. See it down in there, how it's pulled everything down and in. Be sure to not take that off if you have a lot of ingredients in there, because that could go flying and that could be a big mess. Okay, that looks beautiful. And you get a fresh spatula real quick here. So I'm not double dipping. Let me taste. Oh my God. That's perfect. Super good. Super, super good. So we made here a totally vegan Caesar dressing And I don't know, what was that? Less than 5 minutes, super easy. The most laborious part is soaking the almonds the night before. So you just gotta do a little bit of pre-planning. If you don't have time to soak them all night, I have 100% cheated and put almonds in the morning and then boiling water on top of them and then just let them sit most of the day instead of doing it the night before. But ideally, the night before. Rinse them off, get those clean and happy, and then pop all of your ingredients in there. All right, guys, thanks so much. You have a great day. We'll see you soon.